adjust my aperture or something. Turn my audio up too, man. You know I like to lounge back in my chair when I kick it. Feel like Arsenio, Bill Maher, Stephen A. Fucking them sway with the cameras. Then I go hard. True reporter got a story from the fucking start.
Man cave for Cheddar. That original hip-hop paparazzi.
Yo, what's good? You already know this mic is on. Check, check, mic 1 motherfucking 2. You are tuned in right now to the only motherfucker who gets shit right. And he got that fire. The Cheddar Man Cave, baby. You ain't been to no cave until you been to the Cheddar Man Cave, bitch. Redman in the house. Brick City, we here, baby. Holla.
Brick City, thanks for coming out, man.
Come on, brother.
How'd you like Providence, Rhode Island?
Yo, Providence, Rhode Island has always showed red and meth love since 1994. Everywhere this way, from Boston to Rhode Island to Worcester, all this territory here has showed us nothing but love. Like, real talk, we have never, ever had a bad show on this side of the United States, ever. We've been everywhere else, but we always give gratitude to this side, Boston, Rhode Island, Worcester. We know about y'all side over here. It's just so cold over this motherfucker sometimes.
We smoke lovely.
Yeah, you're right, it's cold, but y'all have always shown us love, and we will never, ever stop coming this way.
Would y'all really smoke a weed on Harvard campus?
You know what? The question is, was we really smoking weed the whole movie? And the first half of the movie, no. We kept it professional because we wanted to learn and get the ropes and learn the ropes of, you know, being an actor. But then after we got the ropes, learned the ropes, man, we was blowing it down. Yeah.
That's what's up. So I heard you got Scared Famous. What is that? Is that a new movie or a new show you got?
No, Scared Famous new show that airs this Monday, 9 o'clock on VH1. Wow. And thank you, Cheddar. You the man. So yeah, the show is called Scare Famous, and I am the master scaremony. And what I like about this show is, you know, my job is to scare famous people for a favorite charity, for some money for their favorite charity, and I give them challenges which will eliminate themselves until the last runner up, to the last one, and whoever the last one wins. But that's just one of the premise of the show. The second premise is that this is the first show that brought all the reality stars from different TV shows like Love and Hip Hop New York, Love and Hip Hop LA, Mob Wives, American Male Model, American Model, RuPaul's Drag Race. You got all these big reality stars from all these different shows on one show, and they got to stay in a haunted house for 3 weeks in Savannah, Georgia, all together in one house. And when I tell you that shit get crazy, that shit get crazy. Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
That's right. It airs this Monday, 9 o'clock on VH1. Trust me.
I heard you had a lot to say about the cipher. Like you were kind of, not a lot to say, but you were just like, you know, right now the state of hip hop, just like wasn't impressed, I would say. True?
Well, you know what? I don't. For one thing, I never complain about another artist. I just speak for the masses sometimes and what I see. And you know, like you gotta understand. Like if we didn't love what we do, we wouldn't give a fuck what the old generation or the new generation do. You know, but we love what we do, and we want to see that the next generation pass that torch the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't care about none of these new artists or whatever in the music or whatever, I wouldn't say nothing. But I love all of these new artists. I love all of them. When I see, it don't matter who it is. It don't matter. Little Uzi, yeah, it don't matter. All these are young black men that's talented and doing their thing. I don't think none of us from our era is trying to tell them to do our music. We just trying to say, hey, you know what? We're speaking for the masses of the people out there that want to hear some lyrics, some bars. Even it up a little bit, because they the ones that paved the way. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. They could do the music. I want to hear one of them spit some bars. I know they got bars. I know one of them little motherfuckers out there got some bars and could just say, yo, let me throw this auto-tune down for a minute. Let me rock some bars for these motherfuckers and get back to my auto-tune. That's the only thing I want to say. I see that, I'm going to be like, ah! And I'm going to be like, yeah, all right, cool. Go back to your shit. But I just want the new generation to just to understand that the reason I say that is because I love this game so much, man, and I love what I do, and I just want to see y'all pass the torch the right way. But furthermore, I wish all you motherfuckers, you know, the best of success, career. Feed your mama, feed your family. That's what it's about. But when you get some time, show these motherfuckers you got some bars so I can shut the fuck up. Because I be saying these motherfuckers got bars. If they put the mic down and just concentrated on some shit on the beat, or they'll go in. But, you know, that's me.
So who's your favorite rapper right now? The young rappers, if you was going to buy anyone's music, who would you buy? Some artists who came out in the last 5 years.
Boogie from West Coast. I've been a fan of Boogie for a long time, ever since my nephew put me on him, Katana, out there in Denver. Yeah, but Boogie from the West Coast. That nigga, fuck. No. Fuck. Gold Link. Gold Link is dope. People don't know about Gold Link. Too many people don't know about Joyner Lucas. If you don't know about Joyner Lucas, you are a motherfucking fool. You got to go check Joyner Lucas. Joyner, I know I ain't shout you out in a long time, but I'm on my road now. I'm doing interviews, nigga. I'm shouting you out.
You're just like a true fan of the art. I see
Yes.
Jay and I see MC, like you just a real true fan of hip hop.
I love this shit, man. I just wake up, breathe it, and eat it and shit it. This is how I make my living and feed my baby. So, you know, it's just more than a business to me. Like, you know, people ask me, yo, I know you got the 8 cars like these niggas. I'll be like, nah, man, I ain't got all that shit. I'm an underground artist that's still surviving. Like, I never had no pop records or records that was on the radio that get me a lot of publishing money. No, all my money is coming from shows and opportunities I create. See, it's a little bit different with an underground artist. You know what I'm talking about? Just keeping it 100. Like, I don't think I'm not ever reached that major platform yet. I hit it a little bit, but at this level, I'm happy because I can roll around with no bodyguard. I can roll around easy on the streets. I mean, I roll to any hood, and I love that part.
But you're still a household name.
Yes, I'm a household name that can. Yes.
Like, I think, you know, because you've gone beyond the mic. You know, you've gone to the big screen. So,
yes.
You know, like, most artists, they don't make it there.
No.
You know, and successfully.
No, absolutely.
I like you on the big screen. I like seeing you in the movies. You know what I mean? It's because it's hood, but it's not like ghetto, if you know what I mean. It's
right.
Like that hood shit, but it's not over the top.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's right.
So it's not over the top, but it's still, you know, I can relate.
That's right. But you know what we've been blessed with, Cheddar, is that, you know, just as much as a lot of dudes don't make it to the movies, but there's a lot of dudes that been in the movies that had a rap career but couldn't come back to rap. Like, it wasn't accepted the same way. Like, you know, once you go into movies, it's just like, all right, you know, you kind of written off of rap a little bit. And me and Meth has been really blessed to really been able to come back to our fans after How High, after the TV show, even though the TV show wasn't even that great. But we were still accepted back in our rap community. And I love each and every fan for that. All my fans, they know they could get anything from me, man. So it's just a blessing, man. It's just a blessing to still be rolling. You know, as much shit going on as Cheddar, you know, you've been doing your shit since 2006, 2000, period. And you know the world done changed about 18 times, and we're just lucky to still be here and be operable and still be, you know, motivated to, you know, be entrepreneurs. Instead of being, you know, because a lot of motherfuckers had, you know, the option to go back to a job. And some motherfuckers is working a 9 to 5 from my era right now, and that's scary. Some well-known artists have to go back to working a job, and it's just a blessing that, you know, people like me, people like Keith Murray, Busta Rhymes, we're still surviving off of this talent, you know, so.
Wake up and do what the fuck you want every morning.
That's right, baby, that's right. Got to get up and work. Got to get up.
True entrepreneur, where you can do what you want every day.
Yes.
Because there's not great days, and this shit, some days there ain't no money, but you love doing it, so the passion, you're going to get up and do it. And then tomorrow, damn, there go the rain.
That's right, exactly. 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 That's right.
It'll be raining tomorrow, but you know what I mean? A true entrepreneur, man. Thank you for joining us, man.
Come on, Cheddar, anytime.
This is the Man Cave, and we are at the weed show, you know.
Oh, okay.
Your favorite strain of all time.
Okay, my favorite strain of all time got to be some great Granddaddy Purple, but I'm an XJ13 fan. I'm a Blue Dream fan. Good for them terps on that jack. Get them sparklings in your brain, boy. I'll be creative on that pen, boy. Yo, go ahead.
What's your worst search for weed? You know how you get to a town, no weed.
Right.
What's your worst search ever?
Oh my God, when I'm overseas, brother.
Shouts out to Beta Glass too. Give it up to Beta Glass first.
Shout out to Beta Glass. Shout out to Beta Glass. Yo, overseas. If I'm overseas, usually the weed over there is the same. You might find some dudes that have some fire, but overseas, that's got to be the worst place you cannot find weed, especially when you in these cities that don't have that bud or that connection from Amsterdam or Spain, because Spain got some good-ass bud, too. But, man, you overseas, oh, Lord. It's a wrap.
So what's that like? Is it you end up in some fucked up neighborhood you know you ain't got no business in, or you see
well, no, it's not even like that. It's a whole different world overseas. So you ain't gonna. It's not. No one loiters overseas. There's no loitering. There's no people that's out hanging out. They gotta make calls, and after a certain hour overseas, shit is shut down. And if you ain't get your shit by 11 o'clock or whatever, it's a wrap. Unless you really know somebody over there. And then you gotta hope if that shit is fire, yo. And like 60-70% out of time, it's not. Yes, sir.
Give it up to Redman. Turn it up, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, high times, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, yo, thank y'all for having me. Hey, yo, you can follow me. You can follow me on my Twitter at the Real Redman, or on IG Redman Gilla, Gilla, on my website www.redmansworld.com.
Cheddar, got original hip hop paparazzi.
Bars, my nigga. Like, I just stay with bars. I got them. I got them. I got the bars though. I got some bars. I got a little bit of bars. Shit, I be trying to remember them motherfuckers. I was like, I rolled the blunt with crushed D's and cocaine, with acid, PCP, hash, and propane. Now I'm a live wire trying to revive the Don to do one last episode of Soul Train. Heat like the bro James when the mic's on. You can't stomach the flow, you better try Tums. I'm out of here, not even a life form. My Ray-Ban lens got the Twitter icon. I bully the bullies around the playground to help the kids bring the suicide rate down. Now I'm a bad influence to all school students. A happy class look like a scene from 8 Mile. My wifey don't trust me and I don't blame her. Cause like a dumb blonde women, it's a no-brainer. MCs prepare for 4th World War, my bomb out of my arm, jetting like Joe Namath. I can do that all day. Now I got him all day, man. I got him all day. Like I could.
Man Cave from Cheddar. Got original
Cheddar
hip
Man
hop
K.
paparazzi.
Yeah, what's up, man? Oh, man. Now, I know weed, and I know high times.
Do you?
Yeah.
How well?
I know well enough that, you know, you might know better.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
You ever been to Cannabis Cup?
I'm here today, the first time.
Enjoying the New England Cannabis Cup right now?
Man, what do I have to say? Look at this shit. It's everything I could fucking want.
It's an indoor hot box in here right now. I'm enjoying it. I'm getting high as I'm breathing.
Like they gave me a couple of bands to get in, but you don't have any. You're like you are like that guy.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm a writer, but
Yeah, a writer for high times. Exactly. That's just not like a regular
take care
writer.
of me. They take care
Yeah.
of me. Sometimes cool people.
Yeah. How long you been writing?
Probably like 3 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 years now.
Okay. So what's your best article ever? Best story ever?
I think one that did really well was best THC cartridges. Those are just out right now.
Yeah.
Talking about?
No. Oh, the cartridges.
Yeah,
Okay.
the little pens that people carry around.
So,
they're just really convenient.
okay.
Like even anywhere you go, you'll see people hitting them.
Exactly.
They're just for convenience, and now people are pretty much mass producing them. Like the prices of trim are going up to almost the same prices of flour, because that's what they use to make the cartridges with, like the CO2 cartridges.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's one of my most popular articles, and I think it's just because people want to know what the best ones are. There's so many out there.
Okay. And what did you discover in the story?
I found that brass knuckles are really good and consistent. I really like those ones.
Yeah.
And they provide they're one of the few that provides like lab testing that's kind of important to me. And they don't have any additives. Like some of them, you'll hit it and you'll feel like a kind of, to me, it just hurts like the back of your throat. And it could be propylene glycol, I think, and vegetable glycerol. Those two chemicals kind of like give a harsh bite to the back of the throat. And also, that's some of the weight of what you're buying. So like they tell you you're getting like a half gram of this or whatever. It might not be a half gram of cannabis oil. It might be like 3 parts cannabis oil, 2 parts those additives. So you don't want that. Brass knuckles claims no additives. Only thing they have in there is terpenes, which is just what provides flavor in cannabis, like the scent and flavor. So they're good with me.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. Good to know. Good to know. Y'all hear them weed facts, right? Weed facts. This is the guy. So when did you start smoking weed?
Yo, to be honest, you'd be surprised, but I started in my like 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, the first couple times I tried it though was in like high school. I did try it, maybe even like middle school, but I think I didn't know how to inhale.
No.
Yeah, I was not getting high. I was like, why do people do this shit? This shit is stupid.
What did you smoke? Was it a joint? Was it a blunt? Was it a bomb?
Joints or blunts. It was definitely always like someone was handing me something and I was smoking it. Never a bowl. There was something rolled up. I was used to being around people that smoke weed a lot too. Like I would see people roll up. The way we rolled it up in New York was people would Dutches. They would unravel the leaf and like huff on the leaf, keep the leaf like fresh and separate, then cut the next part or whatever and roll it up. So my first time like getting high or whatever was actually a joint, I think, in college. And I was like, damn, I see why people do this. This shit is dope.
Give it up to get high in college. Yeah.
Ever since I've been in love. That's it.
I think when I went to college, like I had a buddy. He was from Philly, right? Give it up to Troy. Yeah. My guy Troy from Philly. So we both stayed on the 3rd floor on the dorms and shit. So
that's my experience. Pretty much.
It was like every day we smoked the blunt. Every day, no matter what time. Sometime throughout that day, we had a blunt. So
once I discovered it, that was me every day.
Smoked a lot of blunts in college. A lot of Philly blunts. A lot of Philly blunts. Of course you can. Hey, tell me a story. I want to hear it.
So college. Me and my boy, we went out because you don't want to be too high. We did smoke in the dorms, but a couple of us got in trouble and we were on our like 2nd strike. So we learned our lesson. We were smoking outside, so we didn't want to get kicked off campus. So we took a bong outside and we went and just parked it by a parking lot. There was no one around really, so we just sat down and we were sparking it. Eventually, in the empty parking lot, some girl like pulls in and she like attempts to park. It's an empty parking lot. You know how like when you fuck up your parking, you back up and you like fix it? She did that shit like 3 times.
Okay. No cars there. Okay.
She could have parked sideways. It wouldn't have mattered. But I don't know. This bitch must have seen us smoking or something and got like flustered. She opened her side door to her van and then went to grab shit from her passenger side and left her van door open, like wide open. My friend, being the kind dude that he is like, yo, should we tell her that she left the door open? I was like, honestly, she looks kind of scared. Let's just let her go and we'll close it for her. And then we just continued our smoking. And I'm like, I took another hit and I was just inspired. I was like, yo, bro, do you want to hotbox in her fucking van? And my boy being the dope person that he is, shouts to Taj.
Shout to Taj.
Shouts to Taj.
I know. You tell me what you did. I knew Taj. Shout to Taj.
We went in that fucking van and we hotboxed it.
Yeah.
Good ass Taj.
Yeah. Give it up to weed and hotboxes. High time. Hey, give it up. Give it up to Beta Glass Labs, man. Have you tried one of these labs?
I fucking have like 4 of them. They're amazing.
Yeah.
I'd recommend it to pretty much anyone. I have a Best Bongs article. They're in there.
Yeah.
You can see how I feel about them in that article. Look up Best Bongs. I don't know. It'll be a High Times article.
Have you tried a long way?
I have not actually.
You have not?
I do fucks with the Fronto. People in New York like the Fronto.
Do you fuck with Fontos? Could you open one up? Could you try one? Open one up. Tell me what you think. Honest opinion. You know. What do you like about the Fontos? What is it that you like about the Fontos?
Well, for me, it'll make me clip it. It's the only time I ever want to clip it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not used to nicotine at all, that's why. So when I smoke it gives me an extra buzz, a little extra, so I don't really need as much. It's just nice, man. I fuck it. I recommend it.
Thank you. We hear that High Times recommending the Fonto the long way natural. That's what's up, Abe. I appreciate it.
Man.
They're very soft, very smooth, all hand selected, all hand clean. So yeah, man. And what's that you got right there, man? What are you smoking on today? Yeah, just having a good fucking time. Yeah. It's fucked up. We're supposed to be at a weed. You would think weed would be all over the place. How many joints you smoke a day?
I don't really smoke joints so much. I'm mostly a dabber.
Yeah?
Yeah, my name's Ab. You can't spell dabs without Ab.
Give it up for the Ab. How many dabs a day?
At least 3. Probably more than that, though.
He's being modest. He's being modest.
I'm saying at least.
At least. So is there a wake up dab and a good night dab?
Most of the time, yeah. Pretty much.
And it's usually like
There's
before.
no midday dab.
There's no midday
I'm
dab?
good with that.
No? What about after a meal dab? Or
Nah, I take one of those pretty much like, you can have one of those cartridges. Those are cool, I guess.
Okay.
You can't be too fucked up all day with the dab. Dabs come on strong.
So the cartridge gets you through the day.
Sometimes, but I can go without that too sometimes.
Yeah.
Dab in the morning, dab at night's good for me.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Get her the
I
dab.
smoke with friends. I'm with friends right now, so I'm smoking.
That's what's up. So you dabbing on beta glass and you smoking on paper.
Man cave from Cheddar.
Yo, I
Got
feel
original
fucked
hip-hop
up right
paparazzi.
now. I'm in the fucking man cave in Rhode Island. They smuggled me in. Beta Glass smuggled me in here, man. Shouts out to Rob and Ben. But they smuggled me in here, and he just gave me some Barry Wright Ben, and I am just gone. I don't even know what I can ask you right now. I'm gone. What is that you're smoking? What is that?
Well, this is some really potent medical marijuana. This stuff tests at over 30%. It's grown in Maine by a famous grower. Her name's Maui Jane. You can find her on Instagram.
I can barely see you right now, but go ahead. I can hear you.
Yeah, no, it's okay. If your eyes closed, it's totally normal. That's just part of the effect. So you'll get real relaxed. This is a nice indica. It's actually Barry White. I think you mispronounced his last name, but Barry White, that's the strain. And yeah, it's incredibly medicating. You'll feel real nice after you smoke that.
I do. I'm smiling, but my eyes are closed, and I hear you. Okay.
Hey, if you want some more, I got.
Let them know what's going on today and where we're at, man.
Well, today we're at the Rhode Island Cannabis Cup. It's hosted by High Times magazine. And we're throwing down. We have some rigs out here. We have some people testing our rigs, testing the function of our apparatuses. We're a scientific glass company here at Beta. And the rest of these guys are either advertising for their plant products. Some of them have distillation technologies to help take the THC, the active ingredient, out of the marijuana. And then some of these other companies are just selling glass like we are. Okay. But it's an incredible event today. They're going to be sampling some all different weed from around the state, and they're going to be doing some judging. And may the best win.
Have you sampled any?
I've been sampling my own shit all day. I'm in
You got
heaven.
the best shit I smoked all day. I'll tell you that much. So
Hell
I don't
yeah.
have to sample nothing else.
I'm all set on this. I don't need sampling.
That's what it is,
But I'd
man.
love to try something. That's not to say I won't.
All right, that's what it is, man. Shouts out to Beta Glass. Man.
Man, you gotta learn to keep up.
I don't know. I can't keep up with you. So
Here, smoke another one. You'll keep up.
Barry White.
Barry White. Yeah. You smoke enough of it, you get sober again.
So here you go. Blowing that Barry White. When did you stop smoking weed?
When do I start?
When you start? When's your first
I
weed
started
experience? man?
smoking weed sophomore year of high school.
Yeah. What
Not
was it? A
too
joint?
early.
A blunt?
It's actually funny you ask. It was a bong that I made. I stole one of those graduated cylinders from my science class, and I just drilled a hole in it with a Dremel. And I put a down stem in it, and it was a fully functioning bong. And I gave it to my friend. I sold it to him. So the first time I ever had a weed transaction was just with a pipe, right? And later that day, he insisted that I smoke it with him, and it was right next to his garage. I remember it vividly. And his sister's a lawyer, so she was in the car waiting for us. And I smoked it and holy shit, I was in a new dimension. I didn't even know what was what, and I was sitting in the back seat with this lawyer in the front seat trying to shut my mouth, and it was an incredible experience. Thankfully, because I made that apparatus, it didn't hurt my lungs as much as if I were to smoke some weed regularly, but I've always been smoking out of those chambers, out of those bongs. So that's what we're doing here today, is we're making bongs.
So it's only right that we get to hear.
Absolutely.
This is where you began.
So we're Beta Glass Labs. We started in 2015. We're a scientific glass company, and we specialize in producing some of the best German-made glassware on the entire planet. We do have an eye for function, so that's first and foremost. Anything that you take from our Beta Glass Labs line is a recycling product, which means that the water and the smoke recycle together, which helps remove a lot of the carcinogens and the irritants from that vapor. So what results from all of these pieces is you get a really, really clean hit. So for patients who need it most, rather than sitting in their bed with cancer or other ailments, and they're smoking a standard piece, they cough and they die after. When they smoke a Beta Glass Labs, because of all the diffusion that happens, it's a very easy hit on the lungs, and they're able to take all their medicine in without having that irritant and that side effect of coughing. It's an incredible product to be able to offer the public, and like I said, we've been doing this since 2015. We teamed up with the Weed for Warriors Association to give veterans coming back from Afghanistan free pieces, and also patients in need that we find all over the world. We've been sending free pieces, and philanthropy is a big part of what we do.
You know who we got coming tonight in here? Who's coming?
I think I heard Redman's coming tonight.
Yeah. I'm sorry, say again what you say. Who's coming tonight?
I think I heard Redman's coming tonight.
This is like a VIP private event, right?
It is a VIP private event. You shouldn't be talking that loud.
Keep it quiet. We snuck in. Cheddar Man
This
cave.
shit's loud enough. We don't need to be louder.
All right, so just stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're gonna bring y'all more. Stay tuned.
Man cave for Cheddar. That original hip hop paparazzi.
I can't hear ya. Did y'all enjoy that? You know, that's what it takes to be an MC. I'm not your fucking rapper. You're gonna hear on the radio 80 times a day. I'm not that motherfucker. I'm the motherfucker that know how to control the crowd. Mic control. What do MC mean? MC means mic control. Everybody say bah, 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 bah. You know why you did that? Because you love me. Because I know how to put on a good show. Because I believe whether you pay your money or not, if you come see someone, you should get a motherfucking show, right? How many true stoners we got in the house tonight? I ain't talking about the motherfuckers who smoke weed. I'm talking about stoners. Stoners who've been on the front line on this marijuana movement since day one, since they believed in it. Where are those guys at? I'm a motherfucking stoner. Marijuana is not recreational to me. It's a way of life. The next stoner can resemble the next stoner. You know why? Because he don't let stress and all this other material bullshit be the first material thing in his life. It's just about living and breathing, right? Waking up, being able to feed yourself. Waking up, being able to walk. Waking up, just being able to breathe air. That's a stoner. That's a motherfucker who appreciates life. How many people believe that? Put your goddamn hands up like that. Because this world is crazy, right? The world is crazy, but on another note, I hope they legalize it in the whole entire world, United States. I hope they legalize it. You know, they get the fuck out there and vote when it's time to legalize that shit. Get your ass out there and vote. Make a change, nigga. Make a motherfucking change. Because you know what? Niggas like me, Snoop Dogg, Be Real, Method Man, we've been on the front line of this marijuana game for a long time. You know what I'm talking about? And did we ever think since 1992 that this shit would be legalized or at the level it is now? No. All we just knew is smoking weed brings the classiest people together to have a good time. That's what I do know. And you gotta understand, like, You know, we consider the forefathers of rap cars this marijuana shit. But you gotta understand too, what I want y'all to appreciate about us for, that during our career, you know, we was turned down from endorsements. We was turned down from coca-cola endorsements and, you know, and a lot of stuff because of what we smoked and what we believed in. But you know what? We could have said, you know what? We just gonna smoke marijuana on the side and promote we don't smoke it so we can get this money. But we told them, fuck them. Fuck your money, fuck what you got. We're not turning down our fans and not making us believe we don't smoke just for a little piece of change. Marijuana is a way of life. Marijuana is saving people. Marijuana is curing cancers. Marijuana is helping babies with seizures and blood disorders and stomach disorders and sleeping disorders. And they don't want y'all to know this because they haven't found the way to tax the bitch yet, right? So y'all stand y'all motherfucking ground. Go out and vote. Don't let them take this shit over. This is like one of the last things we got. Because once they get in the government hands, it's a wrap. So build your shit now. Build your foundation now. Go after that shit. Build that shit down. Because, you know, I already know and hearing through the grapevine, and I'm hearing this 10 years ago, that the major corporations are just buying farms right now. And we talk about major corporations like Walgreens and Rite Aid are buying farms right this instant. So when it's legalized, they can squeeze all the little fuckers out that's making that money and just have a couple of motherfuckers here and there. Establish yourself right now. If you believe in it, go for it. I'll be behind you. You need me to come through to help blow your shit up for a show or something, I'll be there. But establish yourself right now. Y'all having a good time?
Man came from Cheddar. That original hip hop paparazzi.
Yeah, this guy's a round of applause, man. Do you know this guy? Do you know this guy right here? Have you read High Times? We don't even have a High Times. Do we have a book around here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Someone give me a High Times, please, please. This man is the man. The man. He's investigated any and every strain out there. I probably believe it by now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely have smoked a lot of them over the years. Definitely judged a lot of cannabis cups. I think more so than anybody I can think of at this point. So yeah, and definitely have traveled the world sampling a lot of different varieties of cannabis.
Give it up to Danny Danko now. We live at the man, Danny Danko, editor of High Times.
Yeah,
man.
You know, it's an honor to be one of the ambassadors for this plant, but really it's just about the plant for me. Like, it's a wonderful, healing, wonderful thing that does not need to be illegal at all, and people should not be suffering over it, and we should be allowed to have events like this and times like this, and everybody should have this type of freedom, you know?
So how did you get it, you know, just started with High Times? How did you know, just kind of get started on this whole
Well, you know, for me as a youngster too, you know, like my first experiences with cannabis were great. I really enjoyed it, and I knew I wanted it to be a major part of my life. But there wasn't a lot of ways to make a living, really, especially on the legal side. With cannabis, but working at High Times was one of those things, so I aspired to it. I used to read the magazine when I was growing, and I wanted to work there at some point, so I just got my foot in the door years and years ago, and you know, just kept stuck around while people moved on to other places and basically learned different aspects of the media business. You know, I was in sort of publishing, I was in products, I was in different divisions, and then the cultivation editor and writer position opened up, and that's where I got it. Yeah.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been a fun ride. It's been a lot of fun, and we've seen a lot of changes. It's been pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm. Especially in the era where like magazines are like, you know, we're in an era where magazines aren't even popular anymore, and you are not, you know, you're still here, and you're still hella popular.
Yeah, you know, well, it's about, you know, the website and the social media, and having events like Cannabis Cups all over, you know, and that helps to spread the message that we're, you know, a peaceful culture that just, that deserves to, you know, be able to have some fun and peace.
What's your favorite strain?
That's a good question. It changes a lot. I really love strawberry cough, but I also really love a lot of the Chem Dog strains from this area, Western Mass. Not far from here is where like the whole Chem Dog legend began and grew out of, and so all those strains I really have a love for. Chem Dog family. Snow Dog in particular is my favorite out of those. So I would say Strawberry Cough by day, Snow Dog by night.
Now, a lot has changed over the years. Like, we have dab, we have oils, you know, we have flowers. What do you prefer?
I like dabs. I like solventless extracts, like rosins when they're done right, and dabs when they're done right, because there's a lot of bad dabs out there too. But, you know, I prefer to just smoke a joint. You know, if it's just me at home, I'll just smoke a joint or half a joint, you know, and then go back and smoke the other half, you know. And when I'm judging flowers, I always judge it in a joint, you know, just to see the burnability, how it tastes after it's a half a joint, and, you know, does it still maintain its flavor and consistency. So yeah, you know.
So what is it like when you're judging? What is it that you look for when you're judging plants and you're judging flowers? What is the top 5 things?
Yeah, first obviously is like the way it looks, you know, like how it looks frosty and nice and well trimmed and all that. Then the aroma, the smell. You know, then grind it up. You check it again after you grind it up, because a lot of the you know, scent will come out after it's ground up as well. And then, you know, burnability is how it burns in the joint or a bowl or bong. You know, you could test it in multiple ways. And then effect, you know, what the feeling is that you get from it, and flavor, you know. But effect, you know, even in our judging process, effect that score is weighed higher than, let's say, the visual appeal, because really it's about the effect. And then we also have laboratory testing for 30% of the score, so that's like the level of THC, and if it's a medical, like a CBD category, it's the level of CBD, and that sort of thing. So, and different labs in different states test, you know, on, for different stuff. So
I want your job.
Yeah, well, it is fun. It's the traveling that's fun, because you get to see the cannabis culture and community of all these different places, and in Rhode Island, in Michigan, in Denver, Colorado. You know, we all love this plant and how it makes us feel. And then you have artists like Redman, who, you know, he lives and breathes cannabis. You know,
give up the Redman. Give up the Redman. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but he's not faking it. He's for real. Like, I mean, he really is a stoner, and he knows his shit.
For real, he's the truth when it comes to cannabis. When it comes to the lifestyle.
Yeah, but he hasn't sold his name for a strain or any of that stuff. Like, he's more concerned with the real deal stuff with cannabis and how it's a medicine. You know?
Salute to that. Salute to that. Yes. So we have Danny. You know, he's the guy over at High Times. He's the guy who kind of, you know, maybe if it wasn't for him, we may not be here. I don't know. But I do know one thing. You have a podcast.
That's right.
Coming back out.
That's right.
And we gotta check that out. I want to get on that, and I don't know, that thing, I heard it was out before, you shut it down, you brought it back.
Yep.
When is it launching back up, and when can I hear it? And how do I hear it?
It's coming back in December. We're launching a whole podcast network, I believe, a High Times podcast network. And the show is called High Times Presents Free Weed from Danny Danko. Because ultimately what I'm trying to do is teach people how to grow their own. That's the only way we can control the quality of the product that we're going to be receiving in a legal world, and keep it out of the hands of the Monsantos and the Marlboros and the big corporations. And just like Redman was saying earlier, that's how to keep it in the family of our community, is to grow your own. And most of these laws have ways people can grow their own, so I think it's important, and we're going to teach people how to do that on a small scale and on a bigger scale.
Yeah. Give it up, grow your own. Give it up. Danny Danko, we live, Rhode Island, Providence, High Times, Cheddar Man Cave, you know, shouts out the Beta Glass, you know, we're sitting here at the table, people been dabbing, you know, I just seen Danny take a nice dab, and he's kicking it with me, so he's, you know, smooth as can be, man. Shouts out the long way, you know what it is, signing out, man.
Man Cave for Cheddar, that original hip-hop paparazzi.